Dimond, and this is Musa and et al.'s article evaluation or presentation. So just some basic information about the article. The article is a published research article, and it was written by 4 authors. So moving on to the title and abstract. The title consisted of 11 words, which is right here. The title also had included a colon for additional information, and it did identify the variables, the independent and dependent. The independent was project-based learning, the dependent being the 21st century soft skills. The abstract consisted of 159 words, and it included background information of the study, the purpose of the study, the participants, the way that data was collected, how, what was used to collect the data, It also included the results and a conclusion at the end. So both read, yes, the title was concise, the abstract was clear, and presented all right information. So moving on to the introduction / literature review. So the research problem was stated. The statistics was provided relevant to the problem, the research problem. Also, previous research was provided that was relevant to the research as well. There was a lot of previous research that included things about why soft skills are important, what kind of quality should a graduate have to be efficient in a workplace. Also, there was research about why it's needed to have 21st century soft skills, and also previous research about project-based learning and the findings or the improvement that has made as well for people who conducted that before. Also, everything that was cited, any previous research that was cited or anything that was cited correctly and provided on the reference page towards the back of the article. Moving on, the hypothesis and the study purpose was provided in the introduction and literature review. So at the top, this is going to be the study purpose, what it aims to do, and the hypothesis, what they thought about the project-based learning. So the only note that they had in the introduction to literature review was that it was not a synthesis. It was more of a summary. The author really didn't connect their ideas to the previous research or the cited information that the author provided. So moving on, the method. The information about the participants were provided. It was 29 participants, a heterogeneous group that had taken a workplace communication course, and they were from various different social and cultural backgrounds. The way that the participants were picked were also provided. They were picked by simple random sampling. So that was provided as well. Also, information about how data was collected, what was used was provided. And this was a questionnaire with a scale from 1 to 5, 1 being strongly disagree, 5 being strongly agree. And what was used to analyze that data was a SPSS scale version 18, which is basically like a scale online program that was used. Interviews, questionnaires, observation was used for measurements as well too. And also another thing, this were featured with 5 components. They measured teamwork, communication skills, interpersonal skills, problem solving skills, and time management skills as well. And another thing, reliability was not discussed, but validity was discussed because the method instructs and it measured the study purpose. So You were able to get valid results because the instruments that were used were efficient and did do their job in measuring what the authors were looking for. So moving on to the results. So we found that 89.3 admitted that good teamwork aided to successful outcome. And overall, students successfully worked in groups while doing project work through the project-based learning. So project management, it was 79.2% learn how to identify important ideas in reading, and 72.4% agree that they were able to understand and gather information. Overall, with this, students obtain important reading skills through project-based learning. Communication skills, 86.2% learn to write emails properly, 75.8% learn to organize ideas or draft and write executive summaries, and 72.4% learn how to write reports based on discovery. So overall, students did benefit in developing communication skills through project-based learning. For interpersonal skills, 30% answered uncertainty due to limitation of language skills, but 72.4% agreed that they were able to understand and be considerate to the needs of others. So overall, students need more practice to obtain the skills, but the students that already had the skills did benefit even more. And last of the results were problem-solving skills, 44.8% answer with uncertainty due to the lack of exposure to workplace situations. 82.7% learn how to draw conclusions from findings. And overall, students benefited, but students need to become more aware of workplace situations. And the statistics that were reported, statistics were reported using percentages, frequency, counts, and charts or tables. So we're going to talk about the discussion now. So the author did restate the study purpose and limitations were identified in the studies. Like I said before, in the results about language skills and no exposure to workplace situations. On the other hand, the no's where the author did not compare and contrast results with information that was reported in the literature review, and the author did not indicate how this could be used for future use. So lastly, some additional limitations to the study were that the sample size could have been bigger because I'm pretty sure there's more second year students especially at a university or school. And then the age of the data was kind of a couple years older than when the study was conducted. So, it's not really, I'm not going to say that it's not relevant, but having a more up-to-date data could be a little bit more relevant when stating a problem because, things change a lot. So the age of the data and the sample size could have been an additional limitation to the study.